comments I ain't even answered. I haven't even answered yet. I have to go tap into those. Yeah. Test. Testing one. Testing one. Testing one, two. Test. Is we up loud enough? Well, I hope we is, but what's up with it, y'all? I know it's been a minute, and I apologize for being gone for so long, but I've been studying and doing what I have to do in order, before this test come up. But I have to come pop in because it's Sunday, and I like when we have our Sunday talks like we do. It's always beautiful to come in and tap in with everybody and see how everybody's doing. So I hope everybody is doing swell, man. Cause it's been a long week. It's been a long week. So much been happening. Like I want to start this off with my dream. Okay, I had the wildest dream, bro. Like I be having all these dreams, and then I'll begin to do stuff, and I'll actually forget to come in and share the dream. I'll forget to come in. What's up with it, Shiva? Yeah, I didn't see y'all in Discord, so but I'll open it if everybody pop in there. I'll pop it open. But you know, I remember I dove in the other day, Shiva. I had dove in, and that's the it was crazy, bro. Look, it was the craziest. It was like a minor experience. It wasn't full blown like it usually be. What's up with it, 718? It wasn't full blown like it usually would be, but it was like one of those minute experiences that even when I laid down and I closed my eyes, bro, I seen some crazy stuff. I seen some crazy stuff. It was these white squids, right? It was crazy because these white squids, they like came, and it was like two or three of them, and they were spitting out these little sparklers, you feel me? And they was just like swimming all around and stuff and spitting out these little sparklers, and I'm looking at them, and then I seen this like alien entity that had like the squid kind of tentacles coming out like the back of the head, like, and they were like going like this, and she was just looking straight, and she was like saying something to me, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. But it was weird because when you look at her face, it had like these bright like purples like this, like bright like purples and blues and stuff, and I'm just like looking at her like, oh my god. I'm like, man, this is wild, bro. I'm telling you. Look, a lot of people don't understand. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna just say people don't understand that the experience on psychedelics goes so far than anything that we could understand. It's so far than anything that we can understand. Like a lot. I see people say all these different things about what they learning and what they doing, but I'm saying when you have that experience right there, it goes so far. It goes so far. It takes you away from whatever this thing right here is. Because we already have a certain perception of what life is and what life is supposed to be. And then you have this experience and you dive in and you see all these other things, bro. It was blowing my mind because it showed me how my dreams were connected to my psychedelic experiences. Like that was the part that got me, is that my experience that was going on, I had dreamed about it before I had the experience. So once I had the experience and I'm having the experience, my dream, I'm seeing that dream. That dream was like a big part of my experience, and it was like showing me the connection of the experience and the dream. And I'm like going, I kind of understood it a little bit, but I was just more fascinating that it was there. And then, I heard a lot of people talk about orbs. This was the first time I really paid attention and I seen the orb. And the orb was like, it was like a round ball like this. But within the orb, that's what was showing me these different dreams and these different things, bro. It was like the craziest thing. But wait, what you say? What's up with it, dude? Scuba? What's up with it, Darius Peace? What's up with it, Joe Crow? What's up with it, y'all? Man, I'm glad y'all tapped in, man. I know it's been a minute, but I'm gonna get it right. Cause like I said, I've been studying cause I'm gonna have to take this test for, driving school in a while. So that's why I've been kind of absent because I've been studying and trying to go over this test and read all these things and learn all these things that I got to learn before I get up to taking this test. But I can't wait till everything starts, till I start trucking school and all that. Cause then once I start, like I'll have a schedule to where I'll be able to come in and still, do what I do, so we can keep running these lives because, it's been so many years now and we've been going and we gonna keep it going. But let's see what you say. I had that happen on MDMA. It's called Deja Vu. Similar to Deja Vu, Deja Review. Yeah, yeah. I seen the orb. This was night before last. I had a dope experience, bro. I seen the orb, but before that, I'm telling you, I seen these white squid creatures that came out. And like they were squid, bro, and they was like shooting out these little sparks like out the sparkler, bro, and they was just like swimming around, and I'm just watching them. And then once they went away, it was like this female, like feminine entity that came, and I only could see her head from here up, and she was like a bright white too, but she had like these colors like around her face and her forehead and different other spots on her face and stuff. Like she had some black eyes, bro, but she had like squid like tentacles coming out the back of her head that was just going like this, and she was speaking to me, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. She was speaking to me though, and I'm like just looking at her because I'm like going, I ain't never seen. This is an entity I've never seen before. So I'm looking at this entity like, bro, like I never seen it before. That was like the first time I seen that one. So that was kind of trippy, bro. It was trippy. It was trippy. And I'm mad because I waited, I had did so many things and I waited so long before I actually came in and shared it with y'all, which I should have did a whole video by itself like I usually do at night. But, I didn't have so many experiences that sometimes I don't know, bro. You get to that point to where you start holding on to a lot of things. But then I think the most fascinating thing was how it showed me the connection of the dream world to the psychedelic experience world. It showed me like I'm seeing these connections and it's showing me, and I'm just going, wow. I'm like going, it's almost like the dream world is like it's not actually a dream. Like this is the dream. The dream world is like these other aspects of this reality that's going on with this reality. Like somebody was asking me like, okay, like in your dream, was it something new happening? And it was like, no, because like now I'm starting to see when I have all these dreams, my dreams be like a conglomerate of a lot of things that happen over the week. And like that's what I started seeing, and I'm going, wait, all my dreams are connected to a lot of things that I seen, even though those are not the things that are actually happening. There's still a big connection between them, and the psychedelic experience at that also is a big part of the dream world. But dang, we live on TikTok right now. I'm gonna open up the Discord. Crow, if y'all want to come in the Discord, I'm gonna open up the Discord. So if y'all want to come in and so we kind of just chop it up because I don't know, bro. These experiences they just be phenomenal every time. It's like even when like you go like I can go, well, I feel like I learned all this and and I got the message and I want to hang up the phone, but you can't hang up the phone. It's like it's almost impossible to hang up the phone because every time you go back, you have another experience that's just wow. Because I was last night, while I was studying, like once I got done, it was like 2:00 in the morning. I put on when they first found King Tut's tomb, right? And remember I told y'all I had the experience where I seen that thing from King Tut's tomb on my experience, and it had the snake coming out the head. I didn't know that on this side. On one side it had a snake, and on this side it had, like, I think the dog head guy, I think it had like Anubis or something coming out this side, right? And bro, I'm watching it and I'm going, bro, like, I don't get it sometimes how we can see these things on this experience. This is not even something that we went and we learned about, or we did all these things about and tried to, learn these things. I can't understand sometimes how you see these things. And actually, when the snake came out the forehead, it was turning to different, like, gods. It was turning like Jesus, like Buddha, and it just kept kind of forming, like the way, like it was explaining to me how one thing would form from another thing. Like, we would have a belief system that would actually create another belief system that would create another belief system that would create another belief system. So in a sense, all of them are actually the same. It don't matter that they changed the names. If you notice on every one, like, it don't matter whether it's Buddha or whether it's Jesus or whether it's Allah or Joseph Smith. They all got these phenomenal stories that they went through to where they had all these premonitions and different things of God. And, they all, because all of them stemming from the same thing. They're stemming from the same stories. So it's like almost like people taking the stories and coming up with their story of what they see about it. But let's see, let me read some of these comments. He said, yeah, I feel that holding on to those experiences, my last 4-gram mushroom trip was before the 4HCO showed me a lot what I got to do in my life, and it includes my dreams and goals. Yeah, and that's what I've been focused on right now, Duba Scuba. I've been really focused on doing things in life, like doing things like getting myself together, getting things together so I can better, take care of my family and do what I got to do. And it's wild, right? Because I see this fork in the road that a lot of users, that take the plant medicines, they get to this point in life to where they go, oh, everything is against me. And, I don't know what to do. And I need, I don't come here and ask for donations or anything like that. You feel me? I feel like if people want to donate, hey, that's what they'll do. You feel me? Every step of the way, you see, I do what I need to do, or I make changes in my life and I go do things that I need to do in order to keep myself going or to keep my boat afloat. I don't like, because you'll get into these modes to where it'll be like a slight depression. You feel me? Because you're learning and seeing all these things. Oh, yeah, Discord open, but when y'all come into Discord, please, no cursing. Try to hold back and refrain from cursing and saying certain things, because we're not just on YouTube right now. I just added TikTok on too right now because it let me go back live on there on my program I'm using. So just try to refrain from using the curse words. Just chill out, because you see I'm talking right now. I ain't cursing at all. I don't do that. But yeah. Ain't nobody in there. That's how come I ain't opened it up yet, Joe Crow. But ain't nobody in Discord. But what I was saying was, like you come to that fork in the road to where, you don't know where to go. And it's like you have to stay strong, bro, because you fighting with yourself. You fighting with yourself. You fighting with all these things that you learned over life, and then you find out that all these things were lies. That you didn't build your whole experience, your whole life experience, your whole reality on lies. And then you find out that all of them are lies. The materialistic things that you want in life, and and how you should be and how you should act and how you should treat people. Like, you start to find out that all the stuff that you were told was lies, even reality, because you're seeing all these other different realities. So therefore you get stuck and you don't know where to go. And it's like, sometimes you gotta stay strong. You gotta kind of keep pushing and never stop doing. And I said, once I figured out I can create my own happiness. Like, I didn't need nobody to create my happiness. I'm my happiness. So I didn't need nobody out there to create or generate that for me. Despite what was going on or what people were saying or what people was doing, I had control over creating my own happiness. Once I learned that, it didn't matter what I was going through. I knew how to stay happy. I stayed happy through it all because I already knew my mind, the way my mind works is like everybody else's. It's going to find a way out of no matter what situation you actually put yourself in, because you put yourself in all these situations. We put ourselves through these different things. We put ourselves through these, and like we don't understand, we're traveling through realities 24/7. And a lot of the realities that we're traveling through or we following are not ours. They're somebody else's. So we're following all these other choices and these different things of somebody else. That's why a lot of them don't fit with us. Because the things that I do, they might not work for you. They might not work for you. Like you can have 1,000 people come and say, hey man, you need to start selling stuff online. You need to start doing this. And you'll try it and it might not work for you. But you got to stay strong. You got to keep what you already travel in reality. So you got to try that one. Then you got to try that one. Then you got to try that one. You got to actually kind of keep going until you find the one that is made for you. You can't just think that just because that thing works for them that it's gonna work for you. A lot of times it just don't work like that. You got to find the one that works for you, because you got to understand everybody's reality is built on somebody's reality back there. So being that my reality is built on my parents, my grandparents, and the ones that I followed, that I came from, yours is built from the ones that you came from. So sometimes you got to look back and you got to look at what they did and certain things that they did, because that's the way that your body was kind of trained to go. You feel me? Like, I don't know, it's a DNA thing or some shit like that, but you got to watch how they did it, or they did things, and take little things from them in order to find your way. But it's kind of weird, because once you find your way, bro, there's nothing going to be able to stop you. There's nothing going to be able to stand in your way. Like, when you understand that you create your own happiness, bro, there's nothing can really bother you unless you let it. Whenever you will choose to let these certain things bother you. We'll choose to let these certain things, but the same way we take different things from other people, we'll take those things from other people. Because I always say, bro, people will wake up on the wrong side of the bed and be running around just because they feel bad, trying to make everybody else feel bad because they feel bad. You don't have to accept that. Like, you can just I got to the point to where I just pay attention to the thing, and I call it out myself, and I just kind of laugh at it. You feel me? Because it's like the cosmic giggle, because everything is like this act. It's one big act going on right now, and everybody is part of it. Like I always say this, bro, everybody is a part of the act. It don't matter where you go, bro. Everybody is in act mode, to where they're being something that they probably don't even know that they're being, that they're trying to be when they're out there. You feel me? Like, if you white, you're trying to be white. If you're black, you're trying to be black. You got white trying to be black, then you got black trying to be white. You got all these different acts that everybody's putting on, and they're trying to play this certain role. And then when you step outside the character, they look at you and go, golly, bro, why you ain't supposed to do that? Stop that. That ain't how you do it. And I said, damn, man, I started to find out that I said, man, I don't know how to act no more, okay? I don't know how to act. I don't know how to play the role. I don't want to play the role no more. Because the role that I'm playing, the illusion of the role that I'm playing, I kind of love. I always say this, bro. I got to the point to where I love myself. I love who I am. I love what I do. I love everything about myself now. So I don't need nobody else's perspective to make me feel some type of way. You feel me? I don't need everybody else to like me in order for me to love myself. I don't need everybody else to look at me and say, oh yeah, you great. No, I already know I'm great. I'm already that. I've been that. I'm going to stay being that. And I'm going to stay laughing, and I'm going to stay happy no matter what, bro. I don't give a fuck. If I get my leg cut off, I'm going to be laughing at that shit. I'm going to be laughing at it. It don't matter what happens. Like, I'm going to, because it's one big joke. Life is this big joke. It's like, and the reality that we're creating, like, you start to understand is that I think it's not essential. It's not right to say you control your reality, because you don't, because reality is doing what it does. Once on Nitrous, I had seen Brad Pitt dancing in my head. Interpretation. Hey, how you get, Brad, out of all people, Brad Pitt, bro, golly, that is funny. Cause I done had dreams with, what's her name, Holly Berry, and certain dreams. Like, but I had one experience when I dove in, and I was listening to Bootsy Collins. And then next thing you know, bro, I was in like the 60s, the late 60s, early 70s, bro. I like had on bell bottoms or something, and I was like at a party. Like I'm at a party, a house party, where everybody's dressed in these older clothes, and like Bootsy Collins was on stage. And I'm like, well, I'm looking like, oh damn, I started looking around for a mirror because I wanted to see what myself looked like at that time as I'm in this party. Like I'm like, dang, well, okay, can't find no mirror. And then it's like switched up to where it was like I was like had to be like probably like 13 or 12, and it was like snowing, and my mom was going to work, and we all was out there, me and my brother. It was just me and my brother that I never seen before, and we was giving her a hug as she went to work, bro. It's kind of wild because you go through all these different realities when you dive in. You have all these weird experiences that you don't know what to think of them. Like a lot of times, I think they be past lives, because I think even when we pass, I think we just go straight to another life. I think it's instant. Like almost like how our thoughts instantly jump from idea to idea to idea to idea. I think that thing that's in there, that's existing within us, consciousness, whatever they want to call it, I think that's what that thing do. It's like the international traveler of everywhere. So soon as it's done here, it goes somewhere else. But the cool thing about it is that's how, like, the individually me would look at it like, because that thing is already everywhere else. It's already here, there. It's already in every other place. Like it's already existing in everywhere. So a little fractal of it that you might understand might jump in that body and become that body, or jump in that person and become that person. And the weird thing about it is you might go into the future, or you might go into the past, like that. Because when we look at life on like a timeline, and when it's just like, one timeline is happening at one time. So when the energy comes out, it might go in the past, or it might go in the future. You might be in ancient Egypt, like almost like on the plant meds. You'll be in ancient Egypt, walking around in ancient Egypt, and then next thing you know, boom, it'll switch up, and you'll be somewhere in like the 50s or the 1850s walking around. So I think it's kind of like that, bro. I think it show us that right there, that thing, it travels within all these places in so many different ways that it doesn't even know where it's going to end up. It just, once it leaves this one and it's done with this one, it instantly is in the next one, because it's already in the next one. It's always in everything already as it's going. It's already existing within everybody and everything. So it don't have to stop and then do this. It's already there. It's already everything. Like that's where I get the God is everything from. Like God is already everything. So if that thing is God and it's exists, he said, true life. What's up with it, Big Chill? What's up, Snail Horseplay? If God is everything, then it's already existing everywhere. It don't have to do nothing to go from one body to another, because it's already in all the bodies. And like, you'll see that the timeline is it's happening at one time. It's happening at one time. So even when we think, okay, everybody before us had passed and went on, no, they're still living. It's still happening. It's still happening, because there's so many different aspects of life happening that it's like everything is predetermined and keep on repeat. Yeah, that's what it seems like at times, though. It seems like it's predetermined and it's constantly on repeat. That's what it seemed like, because like I always get this little black back and forth with my son. Like, I'm like, it's nothing new under the sun. Like, because that's something that we was taught a long time ago, that everything has already happened. Like everything already happened, and it's happening again, and then it's happening again, and it's happening again. And he goes, "No, new things can happen." And I go, "I don't know. Maybe it seemed new because." Every person that comes into reality again, it seems new to them. So everything that you do, like you could have lived 20 lifetimes. That 20th lifetime is gonna be new. That 30th lifetime is gonna be new. That 50th lifetime, every time your memory is wiped, because the memory, I think it don't go on. Why would it go on with you? Like, that's the way. I don't know why I feel like this, but it's like, why would your memory have to go with you when you go? Like, I don't think it does that. Seems like everything has been played out. Yeah, I had experiences like that, to where this was like this wasn't even life. Like, I had it like, it seemed like this was the what is it called when you pass and then you get the flashback? This was like the flashback of life. This was your flashback. Like, you already did this. This was just the flashback to where you see it again once you're about to go. And then that's what this is. So a lot of people can't see it as that dream or as that. They can't see it as that because, like I said, we're so busy trying to be what everybody in life said we should be, that we don't really see the real part of life that's going on. It's so hard to grasp that because it's only a small amount of people talking about it. It's a small, like us. We talk about it. Everybody else not talking about it. The real efforts are here. People, the ashes, the blessed, the tools to build Solomon's third temple. Man, I was watching that, Big Chill. I said, them people be grave robbers. When your son says, died, let's see, I'm in love. It feels so new. You will laughter, as they say. It may seem new, but no, but it does. Like, it's weird, right? Because that's why we continue to create life. Because everybody that comes into life, they come in new. Like, when a new person, a baby comes into life, it gets to rebuild reality all over again. It always makes me think of Rob experience when he seen the pyramids and then he tore down the pyramids and then he said, now he built the pyramids and then he tore them down, and then he asked the shrooms, like, what should I do now? And it said, rebuild it. And then you'll rebuild it, and then you'll do it differently. So it's like, almost like that's what we're doing. Every time another person comes into life, they're looking at life differently. It's brand new again. It's like, it's new again, to where life can never get old. Like existence can never get old if we keep doing that. If we keep on breeding and bringing new life in, how's it going to ever get old? Because every time, if we was able to remember our memories, you feel me? If you could understand that you lived 1,000 times, okay, yeah, to get played out. But if you keep come in and every time you come in, it's new, like, it can never get old. However, not ever. Like, we're talking about, it can last for a millennium and never get old, because every time a child is born, they're looking at life in a new way. Except those ones that, we was talking about, that remember they past lives and can say, yeah, I was the one little white kid that was like, I was a black lady, remember? See, and it was a fire in the building and I had to jump out the window. Like, unless you're doing that, like, and you have some that come into reality that actually remember they past lives, but it's everybody don't do that. Like, I think we should have a practice to where, when kids come into reality, we speak about that with them as they're growing. We bring those things up, because I think we remember it when we're young, but when we talk about it, the parents, go, hey, nah, don't talk about that. Don't, that's something you shouldn't speak on. You feel me? Like we try to keep them away from it because we think they're crazy. Wild Man had me watching the autistic kids, and I had to go and watch that, bro. That was dope. That was dope because the little autistic boy was talking to his mom through telepathy to where he could hear her he could literally hear her thoughts. If she was looking at something, he knew exactly what she was looking at. They didn't even have to be in the same room or the same place. It's called the telepathy tapes. It's a good watch if you want to see how things like can be like that. And like, you know, and like I said, it make me think of the experience where I was like the dude, I was in the crazy house, and it was like I couldn't talk because like I knew I was like this pure existence, like I was God and didn't nobody know. So every time somebody talked to me, I couldn't do nothing but laugh. But it was like they thought I was crazy because I wouldn't talk, I would just laugh. But every time they come up to me, I was them and myself at the same time while I was being everything else. So when they say something to me, I could only just laugh, and and then the telepathy tapes come up, and I'm seeing that, and I'm going, wow, bro, how could I have the experience that's close to what they saying before I even see this thing? And then I see these telepathy tapes, and I see these kids with autism reading their parents' minds. Not just their parents, they can read some other people's also, but they're so in tune with their parents, they can read their minds. So think if that was something that we always taught or we always kept in tune with instead of trying to teach our kids how to be in school and be good in school and do all these different things. You got to do this so you can grow up and you can get a job, and we teach them all this other stuff. We don't even go there with that. You feel me? Like, and some of these kids were seeing spirits, and the one lady was saying that her son was seeing spirits, but she said I had to stop him from that because I didn't want him to go too deep into that because I couldn't see what he was seeing. And I'm going like, what the heck? Like, you should have let him go because you probably would have learned more. You feel me? Because the little boy, he couldn't talk. He couldn't talk at all. But they would give him an iPad and he could speak through the iPad. You feel me? That was the only way. And like he was telling them, like, people think that, you know, we are not in here. And he was like, yeah, we in here. We in here. We just don't have full function of our body, but we got full function of our mind. I'm almost using like 80% of my mind, 70% of my mind to where I can read people's thoughts. I can see the ones that passed away. I can see all these different things. Nervous impulsion in my body. He said, love, Aaron Hunt, peppers just before sleep. Nice dreams, crazy dreams. Oh, eating the hot peppers. I never knew that. Big Chill. I dream every time I sleep though. Big Chill now. Like I was about to talk about my dream last night, because my dream was crazy, bro. I said my dreams are so real now to where it doesn't even seem like it seemed like that's the life right there. Like this life don't exist. The dream is the life that exists. So I'm running around in the dream, and it was like, okay, my girl get into it with these guys, and she come home, she tell me, and I'm like, okay, let's go over there. But we take the kids and we stop by this swimming pool, and it was like, it was weird because you know how the edge of the swimming pool, like when you go to the edge of the swimming pool to jump in, and it's like concrete. No, the edge of the swimming pool all the way around was a diving board. So when you walk to the edge, you can jump. Like, cause back in the day, that's how we used to do. We used to get on the low dive and we'll jump like 20, 30 times before we jump off and hit a flip. And you could jump on the edge like that. Like on the edge, it was crazy. It was going doom, doom, like a diving board. And I'm like, oh man, this is dope. You feel me? Once I woke up, I was like going, dang, that's dope. I ain't never seen nothing like that. So I'm like jumping. And then I said, I'm gonna go up on the high dive. And I went up on the high dive. And when I got on the high dive and I got ready to jump off, I looked down. The swimming pool was carpet. And I'm going like, wait, hold on. I'm like, carpet? I climb down the high dive. I go and I look and I feel the carpet. And when I look up, it was couches on the carpet. And it was like people in the couches going, yeah, man, this thing always happened to us too. I don't know. They like telling me like, I don't know, like It's a swimming pool around the corner though that you can go to. You feel me? It's like down the street. So we like leave and we getting ready to go to the let's see, what's your craziest dream? Oh, I'm gonna tell you my craziest dream. Oh, because this one right here is crazy. It's too much for TikTok. This one was crazy, bro. I literally got shot in this dream last night. I got shot and did some crazy stuff. But my craziest dream was I was I was on the spaceship. I was on the spaceship. Like we was way up, like almost like in like I ain't gonna say a spaceship. It was something like a spaceship, but it wasn't all the way in space. It was like right above the clouds to where you could still see through the clouds and see the ground. Like, and it was like a big hole in the middle, like a rectangular hole in the middle to where, you know, it opened up like that. And it was like mass. It was like mass all the way around. It was mass all the way around that hole. And like, I'm driving, right? I'm driving the ship. And then the person that was in the passenger side, like I look at her and I'm like, okay, you ready? She was like, yeah, we can go in right here. And then we get out, we walk to the back. And when I looked through the mask, bro, I was this one dude walking around, right? I was on the planet walking around. And I'm like going, nah, not him. And I took my face out and I went to the next mask and I look at it and I was this female. And I'm like walking around as this female and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to be no female. And I took my mask out. I did it like 5 times until I got to myself. And when I got to myself, I looked at it. And I was me who I am right now. And I started walking around. And once I seen that it was me, I was like, okay, yeah, this the one. And I just started being myself. Like, bro, that was a dream. And I was like going, what the heck, bro? It was trippy, bro. But the ship was like so big and tight. And like the way the masks were hanging from the ceiling, like on these like arms or something, like these weird arms to where like you can kind of move them and pull them to yourself. Like it was dope. It was dope. But then when you look in the mask, you become a person down there on Earth. And like that's what we were doing. Like we would just go around and hover over, and then we'll put our face in the mask and we'll become people. And then we'll go and play their lives out. And like that was like my craziest dream. I probably had one crazier than that, but it was trippy. That was a trippy one right there. But I didn't reach you up there. There's Peace. My bad. He say, look, I'm the man who control everything. Then wait, oh, let me go up to the top one first. He said, once before sleeping, I started hearing voices in my head and in a cartoon, and the way then a man showed up, swiped out other people and told me, hey, look, I'm the man who control everything. Then he made a keyboard computer with his hand. Dang, and started to push the button, and every time we was pushing a button I was receiving. What the heck? Oh yeah, that is wild. There is peace. That is wild. Yeah, I became a fee. Bro, I had a couple of plant medicine dives to where I was like, remember the one I was like that? Bro, I was coming home from school, right? I'm gonna answer your question. Hold on, Joe Crow. I was coming home from school and I'm like holding my books like this. I look down, bro. I was a girl. I had to be like probably like 15, 16 years old. I got home. I went in the house. I put my books on the counter in the kitchen, and I went to the refrigerator. I opened the refrigerator. I looked in the refrigerator, and I'm like, and I closed it back, and I went up to my room. And when I got up to my room, I started looking at my phone, and I was waiting on somebody to text me, and I'm going, in my mind, I hope he texts me. And when I put the phone down in front of me, I popped out her body, and like she had on one of them schoolgirl skirts, and like I can like the way her knees was, and she was sitting on the ground, and like I can see her from the bottom up, and I started to look up like this, and it was an Asian girl, bro. I was like, what the heck? It was trippiest. Hey, it was the trippiest thing. I was like literally her walking through life. I didn't know weird stuff happen, but that's exactly what happened. And I'm looking at her in her face, bro. And I'm like, what the heck? I was like, this is trippy. It was like the trippiest experience. Like I had that happen. One time too. I was a older lady. And I don't know why it was Asian again, cause like I had an Asian son that used to walk me to the bus stop, but I was him also. Like that was the crazy part. Like one time I was a Mexican, bro. I was a Mexican dude, like a cholo dude. It was like I was so many different people on the experiences, bro. I could go on forever about that. You say true. I heard a DMT trip report. The guy woke up on a ship and they said, "You up early, go back to sleep." Oh yeah, yeah. I remember I was in the casket. I was Anubis in the casket, and I was trying to wake up. And they was telling me that's what they was telling me basically on my on Dimitri. They was like, you can't wake up right now. It's not you're not ready. You're not ready. You got to go back to sleep. And I'm like, nah, I'm in the casket, bro. I was trying to get out that mud. They was like, nah, you can't. You got to go back to sleep. You got to go back to sleep. I never could understand though the ones when you have the experience and the DMT experience and you're on the operating table, right? You're on the operating table when they working on you or something, and then you got all these doctors standing to the back with little like not iPads but little screens that are like see through, and they're just looking at you going like this. You feel me? And there's windows around the room, and there's other rooms that you can see through and see other patients on there. Like I never could understand that. Like I had that experience like on 2 different occasions. Like one of them, I was on the table. The other one because we had went to La Jolla and we was by the beach, and that's when I seen the UFO come out the water. But in the sky, bro, I seen them, and they was looking at us, and they was writing down everything that we was saying, and I'm like looking at them, and I'm like, I can see y'all, but it was like almost like as if I don't know, bro. They was like on like we were on the TV screen, but they weren't. It seemed like to me at that time. He said there was a loud. They said I woke up in the other place. Wait, I gotta go up. I gotta catch it. Hold on, Snail Horse place. He said I had a dream change into an astral projection when I asked someone in my dream, "Who are the psychedelic entities?" I woke up in another place, and there was rows and rows of people flipping, dancing. What? There was a loud noise, sucking sound too. It was wow. Golly. Yeah. Yeah, I was in that place to where you see all the souls that are coming to the planet. Like you see all the souls, and I couldn't understand because like you only could see their silhouette. You can see their silhouette, and like I'm talking about, it was like millions of people, and like I was like amongst the people, and we're walking towards this place where you go so everybody can come into this life. And like they were all happy. Like I'm talking about, you can see what they were coming in as. Like it was like little kids. It was like people holding the kid hand and different things like that. Like older people and some more of it, bro. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, and we was just coming to go into this life. Yeah, that's it, man. Like a hospital. Yeah, it's like a hospital, Joe Crow. It's one of the weirdest things, bro. It's one of the weirdest things. It's like a hospital. It's like a hospital. Like, like we had some wild, it'd be some wild, like when you take the plant medicines, you're gonna have an experience that's gonna blow your mind, especially if it's off the Dimitri. If it's off the Dimitri, it's gonna shoot you so far sometimes that sometimes you're gonna be in so many other places, bro. I like the fact that a lot of times when you in these other realities, this one don't exist no more. And I think that's how far I be wanting to go out that far. I be wanting to go out so far that this place don't exist no more. The only existence is the place that you in. Like almost like you forgot about this place. And like that's what always makes me think is like when we pass on to the next life or we go in, like we don't have to save anything from here. Just like our thoughts, we don't always have to save our thoughts. You feel me? We don't have to always save our ideas. We don't have to. So I think even when we go on, we don't have to say it because this was an experience that was like that. Like when you an infinite entity or infinite being, this is nothing. Like 100 years is nothing to infinity. And like, just think, it's like we're talking about trillions of ones that came before us, trillions and trillions. So then I stepped in it and started to hear this female's voice who felt so peaceful and told me that she wanted to change me in her. What you mean changing? What? Yeah, they were basically a silhouette in outer space. I know nothing about dancing either, Laugh Miles. They were putting on a full performance. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, it'd be wild because like just from the silhouette, you can tell whether they're female, they're male. You can tell. Like that's the crazy thing. But they be like a gang of silhouettes. But you can tell what they is. It's like it's weird. It's almost like say me not losing form, but I'm just smoke. Like if I was smoke right now, but I didn't change, nothing changed form. The headphones are smoke, all of me is smoke, so you can still see me, but you can see through me at the same time almost. She was speaking so fast and she seemed to have so much knowledge. Oh yeah, I did that one time. I did that one time to where I met my what they would call your higher self. And when he was talking, bro, he was in my voice, but he sounded like Alan Watts or like Terrence McKenna or you know or Ram Dass or somebody. And he was just like the pathological thinking of the, and I'm like just listening, bro. I'm sitting up there listening to myself in my own voice talk to me and explain consciousness and all this stuff to me on my experience. And it was like the wildest thing, but it was dope at the same time because I'm going, I never met this aspect of myself. Like, and like, even when you think about it, you got so many aspects of yourself that you create that each one of them just play a part through life. Like, let's say if you got an infinite amounts of you, and each one is taking their little spot into playing a part. What's the infinite amounts of you is just bits and pieces of the ones that came before you. Everybody that lived before you that threw out ideas that said this was this, or they had a weird saying once they drank coffee. You feel me? Like, oh, this coffee is strong. You feel me? They didn't say strong. They said strong. You feel me? So it's like I had an experience to where I seen that, and I seen like how I'm talking right now. Every word that came out of my mouth, I knew exactly who I got it from. I knew the way I said it, just the way I said it, the way it sounded. I knew exactly the person that I got it from, and it kept on switching like sentences and words, and it kept switching to the faces of the people that I got it from, with them saying it at the same time as me, almost like as if, right? Like when Michael Jackson go hee hee and everybody say hee hee every time, that is Michael Jackson right there. That's the spirit of Michael Jackson still living. You feel me? So it's like it's kind of weird, bro, because that means everything that came before us is still living within us. It's still living, even though it's changing. It's still living within us. Like every person, it don't matter how far we go back. Each one of those people is like living within us, playing a role in everything that we do. He said, I remember having the experience from LSD where I was an old man writing down my experience and knowledge of magic in this black book filled with symbols. Oh my God, Ego. Yeah, you done had some wild ones, Ego. That is crazy. That is crazy, bro. Hey, that was my dream again last night. Ego, look. Hey, I had a narrator in my dream, right? Everything that I'm doing, it was a dude that was narrating it. That was narrating everything that I was doing. So as I was doing it, and like say I'm having a conversation with Ego, he'll go, and that's when he walked up to Ego and he began speaking to Ego, and him and Ego had a conversation about going to the store. And then it'll be another guy that'll go, well, when they went to the store, they didn't even really go to the store. They said they was going to the store, but they went over here. And he's like, well, I know. But even though they said they were going to the store, I know they went over here. And it was like 3 different people, though, narrating the story as I was narrating my dream as I was going through it. It was like the weirdest thing. This is the second time it happened, bro. It's the second time. And I'm going, okay, who is this narrator? And like, it made me think about us. When we going, like how we narrate our story as we're going, as we're living, the voice in our head is narrating the story with every move we make. You feel me? Then, I'm gonna go get a drink of water after I, come out after I eat this food. It's like we're constantly narrating the story. So that I think that's what I took from it. That's what I took from it. But it's like the weirdest thing, bro. I'm like, how I got a narrator in my dream? Like where they do that at? Some schizophrenia have that. They heard a voice who narrated all of their movement and action. Man, don't say that. I had me thinking, so I'm schizophrenic in my dream only, you feel me? Because it's the second time it happened, and it was like weird because me in the dream even was like, wait, hold up, like who is that talking? Even though I kept doing what I was doing, I'm like hearing the narrator. When I woke up, I just couldn't do nothing but laugh. I couldn't do nothing but laugh because, okay, I went and I seen, remember Inside Out? Remember the cartoon Inside Out, right? They have a TV show now. And like in the TV show, that's what was happening. Her dreams that she was happening, they had a whole TV crew. They had a whole TV crew that was actually setting up and making her dreams into what they were. And I'm like, well, wait, hold on, that just happened to me. Like like they was narrating my whole story. Like they was narrating my story of my dream. And it's like, that's what, like, if you go watch the In and Out TV show, I know everybody don't like, I love cartoons. I don't know why, because grown-ups make them. I'm just saying. But Inside Out cartoon, when I seen it, I said, oh, man, I got to watch this. And I only watched, like, part of the first episode. And I said, I got to watch this because they had a whole camera crew, a TV crew, doing everything. They was putting on, like, fake stuff like uniforms and stuff to play out in the dream, to make the dream for her what they wanted it to be. And it was like the pacifier telling her, the pacifier, it was a dude dressed up as a pacifier, but in her dream she seen it as a real pacifier, and the pacifier is going, you don't need me no more, I'm leaving. It had like a little suitcase, like, you feel me, I'm leaving, you don't need me no more, it's over type stuff. And it went to go get on the train, and then it went back to her when she was asleep as probably a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, and she spit the pacifier out on the floor. And I'm like going, what the heck, bro? Like, man, that's another thing that I'm learning is like the connection of reality, right? The connection of everything that you do throughout the day. Like, as you're narrating your story, I guarantee you're going to go watch a movie, or you're going to go talk to somebody, or you're going to listen to a song that's going to play a part of your life in it. Like, period. It don't, what's up with it? Chief Good 15. I think that's what it said. Chef Good 15. Chef's Good 15, something like that. But yeah, like, you're going to find certain things that you're going to see within reality that's going to play out the same way that your life has done. He said, I love cartoons. It's more real than the news. Yeah, it is, because that should be so real. But you'll start seeing these movies that'll play out the same thing as your life then played out over time. Like, certain things then played out throughout your day or throughout your life. Or like, this is why movies and stuff, like, we're attracted to certain things, because we're attracted to the same things that we see that are just nothing but a reflection of us. Like, our best movies are just a reflection of us, or something that we went through, or, something good that we liked and or experienced. That's all they are, which is like weird too, because it's like almost like the dreams is like that. Like, I'm really like fascinated with life just being a reflection of the mind. I think, to me, like, right now, the way like I'm seeing it like that, it's like a beautiful thing to me, because that's all it is out there. Everything is just a reflection of you. So it's like, depending on, what you want it to be, that's what it's going to be, because it's just reflecting from the inside of you. So it's like, if you want it to be something bad, it's going to be that. But you don't have to take everything or look at everything as being a bad thing, because everything is just happening, and there's nothing that's not happening right now. Everything is happening. You see them arguing about what Trump doing, like we see beef with Drake and Kendrick. We see the one rapper right now that just got done in, you know, he got off to with his 5-year-old daughter, and it's like all these different things are happening, bro. It's like weird, because you know we'll play the role of trying to be like, nah, I don't think that should happen, or this shouldn't have happened, and it's like, bro, if it happened, it was supposed to happen. You know, nothing can stop. If it happened, nothing, because like it wasn't nothing gonna stop that. There's nothing gonna stop everything from happening right now. It's wild, because I always be feeling like I used to feel like, you know, like we could save everybody. Like, you know, like just us being nice and being who we are, we can save everybody, but it's like it's impossible. That would be like, I would be lying to myself if I thought I could step out this door and save everybody I come in contact with. Some people don't want to be saved. Some people like being who they are. Some people like being evil. Some people like doing stuff to people. Some people like hurting people. This is something that they do, and they look for people like us, you feel me, the nice ones, in order so they can take advantage of people like us. I'm just saying, that's just how it is. Like it's almost like reality is playing this game. It's playing both-sided game. By as itself, it's playing both sides. Reality itself is already playing every side, but it's playing the evil and it's playing the good. And it's being the evil looking for the good, as it's being the good looking for the evil. And that's why I always usually use that thumbnail to where I got the devil looking dude, and he got the angel on his shoulder. And then I got one to where I got the angel, but it got a demon on its shoulder speaking. Because a lot of times that's what you start seeing. The person that think they're doing good is destroying people with they so-called goodness. And the person that you think is doing evil is trying to save shit, trying to save things. It's like weird. It's kind of backwards right now, the way we even look at it or go about it. Once on mushrooms, and nitrous, I have seen a man who looked like a cartoon character who was free falling surrendered by some kind of weird green cable with eyes inside. So I wonder if it means that psychedelic dreams are just imagination, or if this world is fake. Nah, I think dreams are like other lifetimes, bro. Like that's one thing that I learned on a dive a long time ago, and like on the 4ACO, and bro, it made me see it that way, to where I couldn't not see it. It was like almost like my dreams were just real life other realities. Like, come on now, like this is a dream right here. Cause right now, what we did, we've been here for 57 minutes, right? The first 5 minutes, it was just a dream. That's it. Like the only thing that is really happening is just the now. It's like once it's in the past, it's just a dream. It's nothing more than that. Like once it passed, it's a dream. Like period. And it's like you can't get around that. Like it's almost like it never happened. You feel me? If nobody knew about it, it never happened. It would take for people to see it to go, oh, okay, I seen part of it. And then the crazy thing about it is everybody's gonna look at it in a different way. Nobody's gonna see it the same. Like nobody, not one person gonna see it the same exact way that it was or that it happened. Even the one that was doing the happening is not gonna even see it the same. So that's why it's like life is nothing but a dream. It's the dream world. It's the dream now. You feel me? And that's why I think that's what makes it so fascinating. Because each time somebody comes in, it's a new world. It's a new world. Even like, you know how, when you get older and like you be talking to one of your older folks and they be like, man, I know what I'm talking about. I've been here 70 years. And it's like, I get that. Right. But Once you go, all this shit is always constantly changing. It's never the same. It's never the same. Like it's an underlying thing that's going on, that like that energy thing that might be the same, but as this going, it's never seen the same way. It's impossible, like almost to be seen the same way when new eyes come into reality. Because new eyes come into reality, and what we do, we teach them what we know. We give them what we know, and we try to make them look at things the way we do. And they take some of it, but then they also create their own. You feel me? Like you could be telling them, man, Toyota is the best car, but then they go, dang, they looked at the Toyota, they said it's nice, but then when they seen the Chevy, they said, man, I like the Chevy better. You feel me? Like it's kind of weird how you even can pay attention to reality like that, and you can see how even cars, the evolution of cars, the evolution of anything that's here, everything is constantly evolving as it go, but it's the same thing evolving and changing. Like I think that's one of the things the psychedelics was always trying to tell me is like, okay, just because somebody believe in Jesus or somebody believe in Buddha or somebody believe in Allah or Joseph Smith, it's nothing different. It's nothing different. It's the same energy, just changed. It just switched. It just, it took a different disguise, but it's the same energy. That's why people are attracted to it. That's why people grab it, and you feel me, because the energy is already us. It's already us. You feel me? It's like once you start to see that, you are the controller. You the real controller of your shit. So you accept your beliefs, you accept your ideas, you accept the things that you decide to believe. You can go like Bigfoot real, and you can walk around chasing Bigfoot your whole life, and to you, Bigfoot will be real, and Bigfoot might not even exist. But to you, Bigfoot exists, so therefore Bigfoot exists. So it's like you can walk around chasing that thing your whole life. Like we don't even, that's the wild thing that I don't understand though. That's part of it that I think is like a miraculous thing, is that the fact that you don't even have to see something in order to follow it and believe it. It don't even have to exist in this time. It don't even have to be here. You ain't never had to meet it. You ain't never had to shake its hand. You can, once you create that avatar in your mind, you're going to accept that avatar, and that avatar, every time that avatar begin to do something, it's going to be the role player of your life. Like, you feel me? Like we had a whole discussion on this in Discord. Y'all missed it. And like, it was kind of funny to think about, because like God and the devil, right? Like, okay, so all these things going on with God and the devil, it's like really no need for you, because every action that is taken, if it's a bad action, it's blamed on this force. If it's a good action, it's blamed on this force. Like we was like kind of tripping off that. Like, you'll have somebody right now that'll be praying, going like, man, I can't pay my bills. I hope God bring me money to pay my bills. And it's like God will take time out to come and give you the money to pay your bills. But that dude out there that sleep on the street all the time, you feel me, that need a place to stay, like kind of pass him up. Like God to take his time out to come and bring a female, a man, or bring a woman to a man that's looking for a good female. Like you're telling me that God is taking his time out to come and do all these weird things, you feel me, for individuals? Like we done built up this interpretation that God is coming doing all these little beautiful things that you said or you feel like God should do, and he's doing them for you. But then we got all these other people out there like really suffering. We got, children, stuff happening to children where they're getting off. But yet he will take his time out to make sure your phone bill get paid, or your electricity get paid, or your rent get paid. I said, man, we are truly living in an illusion. Truly living in the illusion that we created ourselves. We created our own avatars within ourselves, and we had those avatars play as the power and force in our life. He said, God, your master gave me my unemployment money. Hey, yeah, man, God will bring you your taxes early. You feel me? God gonna do all kinds of stuff, except the stuff that we know that's like needed to do. Like it's crazy because now when people been telling me like bless you, and I'm like, nah, I don't want them blessings. I'm already blessed. Like I want the blessings to go to somebody that actually need them. You know, some of them people that's living on the street, maybe a person that's out there that's on drugs real bad, and they can't get off. I want them blessings to go there. Don't give them to me. I don't need them. I don't need none of those. You feel me? I'd rather somebody get it that actually need it, because I bless myself with what I need to do. But there's other people out there that really need help that's not getting it. But you know, you telling me that God is stepping in to pay your rent. You feel me? Because you did messed off your money this month or something. Like, come on now, bro. I said, man, this is getting too crazy. It's getting too crazy. It's getting too crazy. But when you think of Topas, you feel me? We talking about topas, how, you know, like the imaginary friend and people building these topas, and these topas is doing all these different things. Like, what do you think these other things are? They're the same thing, but they keep on changing form. And then, you know, somebody can take that interpretation of what that topa is and make it a Joseph Smith, and then go around and give it to everybody, and then boom, that'll be the word. You feel me? And everybody will follow it. It's like the craziest thing. 33333, huh? It's 333 up there, huh, Joe? But it's like trippy, bro. It's trippy. I said, man, we like people are schizophrenic. I don't think we advanced with our thinking. I'm not going to hold you. I really don't think we advanced with our thinking. I think we still, because we try to hold on to what the past or what the ones did that came way before us. I'm talking about thousands of years ago. The ones where they didn't have technology. They didn't have the science that we have. It's a lot of, and we always go, well, you know, they spirituality was, man, what do you think we did? Like, oh, we are spirit. Everything is spirit. Like everything is spirit. Spirit is playing a part in everything that's going on. Spirit ain't never left. Like the computer is spirit. AI is spirit. Spirit is everywhere. Spirit ain't never left. We just learn how to use it differently. We learn how to create devices and pass the spirit through the devices and different things like that. Spirit ain't changed. You feel me? Like, but we try to follow what they were doing, and we already know that they were lost. You feel me? They had information, certain information, but at the same time, they was lost. They was lost like a mud. Like I said, when I just was watching them break into King Tut's tomb, and like all the stuff that was buried with him. Like, oh man, I was tripping out. I was tripping out because, you know, when you go and you watch all that stuff, like, it had the ISIS thing. Remember, I told you the thing that it's like it stands like this with one wing going down and one wing going straight out, but one wing going down like at an angle like this, right? I was that entity when I was when we were in Joshua Tree and I took the ayahuasca. I was that entity, bro. It was the wildest thing because when I looked at my hand was a gold wing. Like, period. My hand was a gold wing. Like, you can see, like, the blues and different, like, paints that the wing had on it or whatever. And I put the wing up to my eye. And then when I put it up to my eye, like, time started from, like, the beginning and it started going. And, like, I'm watching it go and I'm like, oh, wow. And I took it down. And when I took it down, it stopped right at us. So I said, nah, I'm tripping. I'm like, that can't be true. I did it again. I put the wing up to my face again. And then it started going again. And I said, dang, I said it was wild because it made me see that we're on a minute level of reality. There's bigger entities and beings that are a lot huger than us. And this movement right here will be 10,000 years of our life. Just them going like this will be 10,000 years of our life. And it'll be the thing that creates this. So every movement that they make, it's thousands of years here going on, right? But those movements are together with what's going on here, helping create this as we're helping to create that movement that they're doing. So it's all playing a part with each other, bro. Like it was like the weirdest thing. Yeah, let's see, Crow said, compared to 10 years ago, we are slowly waking up. Yeah, yeah, and like it's weird, right? Because I think Crow, I ain't gonna lie, I think we always been woke. It's just the fact that you got some people that want to do what they want to do. You feel me? They like doing the things that they do. So it's like everybody's woke. That's why everybody does what they do. Like even when somebody go out there and they knock somebody off, beat somebody up, everybody's doing what they want to do. Period. Because they know. But they'll act like we'll all act like we don't know that we can do whatever we want. You feel me? Like everybody is already woke. That's why you got like serial people that do the serial, K's. You feel me? Because they know they can do it and they know they can get away with it. Everybody's already doing exactly what they want to do. That's why this thing is being everything at one time, and it's exploring reality in every which way. It's not just exploring reality in the way that we think it's exploring it. It's infinitely exploring reality in every which way. As a beetle, as a lion, as a zebra, as a fish, as a star, as a planet, as a grain of sand. It's exploring reality in every which way. And then it's crazy because it's being other things. It's being other things in order so those other things can interact with these things and they can look at it from a different perspective. Like almost like, okay, a lion being a lion and then a cheetah being a cheetah, but when they look at each other, the cheetah don't see a lion, the cheetah sees something else. The lion don't see a lion when they look at the cheetah. It don't even see it as a cheetah. We called it a cheetah. You feel me? Like it's exploring itself in so many different ways that it's like it's the best phenomenon it's the best thing that I think that's ever happening. Like everything is exploring itself, like life is exploring itself in every which way possible. It's looking at itself through the eyes of a rat. It's looking at the rat through the eyes of a human. It's looking at the rat through the eyes of a dog. It's looking at the rat through the eyes of a cat. It's looking at the rat through the eyes of a tick. You feel me? That comes and just bites on the rat and sucks the blood and look at the rat as actually food. You feel me? The cat sometimes look at the rat as food. The owl looks at the rat as food. Then the rat turns around and it looks at these other things as food. You feel me? So it's like everything is exploring everything in every which way. Like we're talking about an infinite amount of ways of exploration that is happening, and it's being seen from every perspective, from an infinite amount of perspectives. But then we look at it from our perspective, and then we became smart to where we started looking at it from the perspective of the rat, of how the rat lives. Then we looked at it from the perspective of how the cat looks at it, and we started exploring the animals and started looking at it from the perspective of the animals, because everything is already in a symbiotic relationship. Like we can say, okay, we got a symbiotic relationship with the psychedelics. Everything is already in this symbiosis. Everything is already in this symbiotic relationship because everything is existing off of something else. Everything is using something else in order to push itself in life or to be what it is in life. Everything is doing this. So everything is already in this relationship. It's already happening. So it's like kind of weird because we say all these things and we try to put it on one thing when you really pay attention to it, everything is already doing it together. Like we all been working together to explore different terrains of life in order so we can see the experience, not just from the person that's falling off the cliff, but then we can look at it from the person that's seen the person falling off the cliff, that's standing over there going, and then we can experience from the person that was kin to the person that fell off the cliff. And then we can experience from the person eyes that fell off the cliff. Like we can experience from all these different ways, bro. It's like life is experiencing itself in all these different ways. We just don't see it. We see it as, oh, this person is doing that. That person is doing that. No, nobody's doing nothing. Life is doing everything. That's why everything is happening the way it is. And it's happening every which way because life is doing it. Nobody's doing anything. We just think we're doing something. We want to believe that we're doing something because we're consciously aware that it's happening and we see it happening. So we want to try to take control and control what the body do, and the body should do this and the body should eat that, but the body's doing this by itself. It's almost like the body is controlling the consciousness at times. You feel me? Like it's kind of weird, bro. Met this guy 2 days ago. He invites people to come on the shroom journey on his 70 acres in his yurt. Oh, hut sounds fun. Oh yeah, man. You know I would have drove Crow. You better go on and go take that, bro. That sounds good. We was just talking about having another meet up. You feel me? It's gonna be a select people. It's gonna be a select people though, cause like I think that's, I wanna like after going so many times, like I wanna have the perfect group to kind of dive in with. You feel me? Like the last time, bro. That shit was, and that's another thing that I seen. I seen the tardigrades on this experience the night before last too. That tripped me out because every time I see well, this is the second time I seen them, and they were shaped like I can see them like over everything, but they were like integrated into everything. And like they like when I like I'm noticing that this is the second time I seen them, and when I seen them this time it was the same thing, almost like it was showing me that the world was just a reflection of my mind. You feel me? Like it's weird because when you start seeing these tardigrade looking creatures, I call them little piggies. I don't know why, little piggies. Like because that's what they look like, some little piggies. But when you see them, like, bro, you can see your whole life, bro. You can see not just your life, you can see the other lives that you actually lived. It's like the weirdest thing. And like you get this understanding that goes beyond what the body look at life as being, what the mind look at life as being. It goes beyond that because it's like it like opens everything up, bro. It's like the most beautiful thing. Somebody's out there gonna see this one time and watch, you gonna come back and you gonna be like, bro, I seen it. And it was like life was this reflection. Like you gonna see it one time, like a lot of people, because I know a lot of people still diving in a lot. You're gonna see it one time and you're gonna understand exactly what I'm saying. And once you see that, bro, you go every memory you ever had in your life from when you was 1 years old all the way to now, bro, you gonna remember it within that time that you seeing these tardigrade little things, these little piggies or whatever they are over reality, bro. You gonna remember everything, and you're gonna understand life in a way that is just gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind, and you gonna see like that you are the creator of life. It's like mind blowing because it's gonna, in the instance of you seeing it, it's gonna seem like nothing else really exists at that one moment but yourself. Like you are, I don't know what they are. They look like little piggies, but they kind of look like tardigrades, but they look like a tardigrade mixed with a little piggy. It's like weird, but they seem like something that you would see under a microscope, not nothing that would be real huge. And like I was seeing them, they was huge, they was small, they was all different sizes. But the cold thing about it is, when you get to that point of seeing them, it was like almost like seeing Thoth. Like, okay, when I seen Thoth, or when I first seen Anubis, and I was able to understand, I got the understanding of good and bad, that it was like certain people that was put in place that had to play these bad roles. You feel me? In order for certain things to happen in life, for life to go in the way that it was going, there was certain people put into place to play these roles. Like that's what I seen with Anubis, and then it was like with Thoth, like it was like more of a mind opening understanding that I had of life. And then with these things, it was more of everything. Like I could understand everything and see everything at one time, bro. Like you could see everything at one time. You can see not just your life. You can see how you was your parents, You can see how you was your dad, your mom, your grandparents, and everybody that lived before you. You can see it all at one time, bro. It's like the most beautifulest thing ever. And it was like life was just a reflection of my mind. So everything that I was looking at, it was just nothing but a reflection of my mind. And I was trying to figure out like what parts of me that it was. It was like, wait, hold on, this is like trippy. It's beautiful at the same time, but it's kind of trippy. You feel me? Because you can see everything at one time, bro. You can see everything at one time, but you got to understand we're talking about you can see infinity. I'm gonna call it infinity mode. You literally go into infinity mode and you can see everything at one time. Period. And you understand life. When I say fully, you understand what you did. You understand how you created it or what created it. You understand it like so fully at that moment in time, bro, because it's like that's the only thing that exists and nothing else exists but that right there. And it's like the most beautifulest thing. It's like everything kind of disappears in that moment, and then the disappearance of everything is when everything exists. And it's like you can feel it all. Like you can feel yourself all the way in Hawaii being a Hawaiian hula dancer or something. You feel me? You can feel everything, bro. It's like the most beautifulest thing. I don't know how to explain it. That's why I was telling Charles, like, bro, I want to do that again the same way that I did it that day right there. Like that day. Like even the other, like, I don't know, all three of my Joshua Tree experiences was like phenomenal. Was phenomenal to where like I wouldn't change anything that happened. Even if things went crazy, I wouldn't change anything that happened because I had the most beautifulest experience. Like I was seeing things that I was like, whoa, like nah, bro, that's impossible. I don't understand. At the same time, you say that a lot of our experience in just our head, and the other time you say that there is some higher entities who exist. Yeah, because you are the higher entities. Like bro, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. So like when I'm talking about the entities, right? I'm looking at the entities a lot of times from the perspective of like at that time of my experience. At the time of my experience, this is how I seen it. This is how I took it. But as I went along, like, when you read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, and like he even said, like, when you come upon these entities, you will see, don't be afraid, don't be this. You'll start to see that all these things are just you. They're just you. Even though, as the person, as Booker, I'm going to say they're higher than what this is, what this body is. But in all reality, they're just us. They're just aspects of us. That's it. Because every time we're going through it, all we're doing is going through ourselves. We're going through the self that I don't know what the fuck, but we're going through ourselves, bro. So it's like weird because like sometimes when you hear me talk, you're gonna hear me talk in this person. Then when I go into God mode, it's gonna be, look, you are everything. But if I keep on saying that, a lot of people is not going to understand that, bro. They're not going to understand that, okay, when you see Anubis, okay, you're Anubis. Okay, when you see Thoth, you're really Thoth. Oh, when you see Mother Ayahuasca, you are Mother Ayahuasca. No, they're not going to look at it like that because we already built this thing of where we have a higher power, which we call God. So we have all these other entities, God and these other ones that are higher than us, but they are just aspects of us. Like I hope you understood that, bro. So a lot of times you hear me talking, you're going to hear me talking myself person. Then sometimes you're going to hear me talk in the higher self version that's going to tell you, hey man, it's all just you. But it'd be hard to accept that everything that you seeing is just you. That'd be the hardest thing to accept, bro. Like it took me a minute to accept that shit. And I still don't accept it at times. As I'm going through that, man. Beautiful things come from people suffering facts. Oh man, I was that's one of the things that I was tripping off last night too, Crow, is the fact that, a lot of things that was built, that that we overcame, and like things that were created from, like death, from oh, okay, okay, you got it. Hey, it was created from like death, and you like something bad happened to somebody, so that changed this into this, or that made this happen. And it's like, oh, this was created because this happened over here, and it was something bad that took out a gang of people. Like when they were going in King Tut's tomb, and they had that finding, and they found King Tut's tomb. Before that, they had a war, so they had to stop working on it, and it was like 250,000 people passed from that war or something. It was more than that, I think they said. But when they found the tomb, it made everything all better. Like, like all that other stuff didn't happen. And it's like weird, right? Because like in them days, bro, I didn't know this. Like you could shave and you can pass away from just shaving, because people were shaving and cutting their face, and like get a cut on their face, and it'll get infected, and then they'll get a blood infection, and then they'll pass away. Like that was blowing my mind, because the dude that found King Tut's tomb, that's how he passed. He got a mosquito bite, and then he shaved, and he cut himself shaving, and it got infected, and he passed away from that. That's why I said, dang, a lot of people had to pass away in order for the electric shaver to even exist. Like once the electric shaver came out a lot, they stopped using them razors that they was using, because a lot of people was dying just from shaving. Like, just like think about that, bro. Like people were dying, were passing away just from shaving their face. Like you shave your face, 2 months later, you gone. We like, what happened to him, man? He shaved, he cut himself, and he got infected. We got tetanus shots and different stuff like that now. But look how many people, just think how many people had to pass away from shaving for us to even work ourselves up to having the electric razor, or having these other things that we use in order to shave, bro. A lot of people had to go. You feel me? Like we lost a lot of people behind a lot of the electronics and a lot of stuff that we got now. True, looking at people I see myself makes me want to try. Hey, I'm telling you, bro, it's wild, Crow, because I know where they are at. Let's see, they have a long road. Oh yeah, yeah, what he said. Oh, looking at people, I see myself makes me want to cry. Nah. I used to be like that, Crow. I used to, but then I started realizing, man, people is just people. You can be the nicest to people, and then some people will just take advantage of your niceness, bro. I said, you feel me? Cause like after diving in so many times, that's what I started doing. I had became like this nice person, to where like I was nice to everybody. And then like, which is, I don't care if people seem like to them they're taking advantage, but they're not. You feel me? But some people, you'll be so nice to where they'll make it seem like you always gotta be there for them. Like I got a person that I be going to help all the time, right? And then when I can't make it, they get angry. They get angry. Like if I can't make it because I'm doing family stuff, they get angry. And they start, saying stuff like, well, I don't need your help no more. Well, you should have just let me know if you couldn't make it. And well, I did tell you I couldn't make it. Well, you can't do this and you can't do that when I need you. Well, what are you talking about? Like every time you needed me, like I was there helping you. Like I came through and I helped you do that and helped you do that. And it's like now the one time that I can't make it because I got family stuff going on, you get angry. And it's like you do this every time. Like every time. And like me, I kept being nice. I kept being nice, and I kept, I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't do the back and forth. I'll just come through and I'll try to prove to them like, look, even though you were being like you was the other day, 2 days ago, look, I'm still here helping. And then like a couple of days ago, I just said, I'm not doing it no more. Forget that. I'm not, just because you angry all the time, I'm not carrying your anger. And I'm not going to keep putting myself in the place of coming to help you, and then you having the attitude at times, for no reason, and I'm sitting here helping you. You feel me? Which is almost like you helping me at times, but still though I'm helping you more than you're helping me. What you doing for me, I can go do anywhere, but I'm helping you, and then you're acting like this though. And it's like, I just said, I woke up, man, a couple of days ago, like, well, no, it was yesterday. And I said, I ain't doing that no more. I'm not helping you no more. I can't, because I can't carry your burden and mine at the same time. You feel me? I can't carry my happiness, and you see me happy all the time, and then you come and you try to destroy that happiness because I don't know what the hell you going through. But I'm like going, we go around and we try to help people, and we try to do things to people, help people better themselves or whatever, and like people really take advantage of that and expect you to always help, and then when you can't, they make it seem like you wrong or you did something wrong, or you feel me, even talking nice to people all the time and being nice to people. Like, that's one thing that I learned also. It's like you'll be nice to people and then they'll just weird out on you. And I still won't, weird out or go crazy like they do. You feel me? I just kind of, won't call them or talk to them for a while. But, they'll always do the same thing over and over again because they know that you're not going to get angry, or you're not going to act the way they act. But they'll feel like that they can do it over and over again because, it's like they take your kindness for weakness almost. And I'm like going, I just don't let it get to me, but I just kind of like walk away. But it's like, every time I come back, they do the same thing again. Like, they'll play it cool because I cut them off. I cut them off for a little bit. Like, like, I ain't got to deal with you. I can go be by myself. And then next thing you know, I let them back in. And then they'll do the same thing again. And I'm looking like, bro, come on now. Like why? You feel me? Like, even like, cause I'm like the biggest person of I'm not saying I'm the perfect person. I made mistakes. I still make mistakes. But at the same time, the mistakes that I made, once I make a mistake and we talk about it, bro, it's done. I'm not carrying it with me. There's things that I walk around. I don't carry all that bad stuff with me no more. I live in the now. So I don't have to carry yesterday's problems today. I don't have to carry last year's problems today. Like, that's not me. Like, if we talk about something and we get in a little dispute, the next day, it's with me, it's done. It's done. Like, matter of fact, when we hang up the phone, it's over. I'm not even, it's over. It's over. Like, I got told, well, you're not considering other people's feelings. Like, I'm not here to carry your feelings. I'm considering your feelings, but I'm not here to carry everybody's feelings. I can't carry your feelings. It's on you to carry your own feelings. I got to carry mine. But if I carry yours, your anger with my happiness, it's going to have me angry like you. So I just learned to let stuff go because, like, I'm going, what's the use of carrying all that baggage? What's the use of carrying all that baggage as you go? You don't have to carry other people's anger just because they carry that anger. It depends on what you have done in your past. It don't matter what mistake you done in the past, bro. Like, a lot of us made some mistakes you probably can't, come back from with that person. But you can forgive yourself, like, especially if you change. If you made a mistake in the past and you change, it's not on everybody else to forgive you. If you depend on everybody else forgiving you, bro, you're gonna be in shambles all the time. Like, it's on you to forgive yourself and never make that mistake again. And once you do that, it ain't on you to go back and say, well, I ain't gonna never do that again. Because then you might do it again. Like, even if you go back and you apologize and you go, okay, to yourself, I already apologized. You ain't gonna make that mistake again. You feel me? It's on you to accept that and move forward and not to carry what that person might feel. That person might feel you might do it again. Because you probably did it several times, knowing you there is peace. You probably did it several times, but it's on you to learn to forgive yourself, bro. Because once you learn to forgive yourself, if they don't forgive you, it's not going to matter. Like, it doesn't matter if they don't forgive. They have the right to not forgive you for something that you did if you did something wrong to them. That's their right. That's their choice. They have that. But you can't let that bother you. You can't let that stop you from moving forward with who you are. You got to understand, you create your own happiness. You create your and control your own happiness. Once you start letting them control it, bro, now you letting them drive your car for you all the time. Like, you ain't even driving no more. They driving for you. Now every time you come around them, you angry like them. You got an attitude about what you did. It's like, nah, bro, you gotta learn to when I let shit go, bro, I let shit go. I try to move forward. I ain't carrying it no more. Like, I'm not sleeping on it. I'm not waking up angry tomorrow thinking about it. Nah, bro. Once I drop it, it's done. It's done. Once I forget about it, you might bring it up, and I'll be like, dang. At that time, I won't even be able to remember it. At that time, like, you'll be talking about it, going, yeah, because remember you did, and it's like, dang, bro. Like, I remember that, but I don't remember everything that was said. You feel me? I apologize, but I just don't, because I let it go so long ago. I don't care if it was a week ago, 3 days ago. Once I let it go, I just forget about it. And like, I let it all the way go and keep my mind clear for new things to happen, for me to experience new things. You feel me? I keep it open for that. For me to experience new stuff in order, but if I keep on, think about this, right? I think people don't understand the chaos that builds, because like somebody can do something to you that have on a red shirt, and now when you carry that and you go, man, I remember that dude in that red shirt, he did this and he did that and whoop de whoop and this and that. Now, but you don't understand, in your subconscious mind, every time you see somebody with a red shirt on, you're going to have some type of animosity towards that person, even if the shirt looks anything like them. So these different things that we carry like that, bro, they're doing nothing but creating anger for other experiences that we're coming in contact with as we go. That's why I don't like to carry like a lot of bad stuff that happened. Like, even like the person that I was just talking about, I'm not gonna carry that, because they're like that, because I know once I meet somebody else, they might be like that too, but it's not gonna bother me in the beginning, because I'm not carrying it from then. I'm not going, oh well, all people like you do this. No, I'm gonna have my experience with them, and if it's the same, it's the same, and then I'll move on. But still, though, I'm still gonna make it a good thing. I'm gonna make it into a good experience, no matter what it is, bro. I don't know. I'm just not carrying. I ain't carrying a lot of shit no more. Like, I emptied my mind of so many different faults that it's like, I don't know. It's like weird. It's hard to explain, and I think that's why I just be happy all the time. You feel me? And that's one of the things people be like, dang, bro, you always smiling. You always just me starting school, right? Like, y'all already know I'm a talkative person. I'm a friendly person. I talk to everybody. So we're starting class and stuff like that, and I'm talking to everybody. Like, and the instructors, like, I had conversation with him when I first came, and we talked about all kind of stuff. So like, they were cool with me, like, so I don't know why. Like, people we just talk. And like, so we were walking out the classroom, right? And I opened, like, when they opened the door, I stood there and hold the door for everybody to come out, because that's just the way I am, being respectful. Some dudes was like older than me, so I held the door so everybody can go out. And the last dude gonna come out and say, "Oh, look, being the teacher's pet already." I just start laughing, like, see, it be shit like that. I said, and it's just from you just being who you are. You feel me? I don't know what it is, man, with just some people. They want to destroy that little happiness that you kind of have at times. And I'm like, it's okay though, because I still was cool with him, still chopping it up or whatever. But it was just like kind of funny that he even said that. It's like, dang, bro, we 50 years old, bro, we grown. Why would you even say something like that? You feel me? But okay, I'm like, okay, whatever. Still do what I do. Still do what I do, but it just be funny, man. People are funny these days. Even me. I have my times. I have my times. But on that note, man, I'm about to cut this live because I gotta, I just had to do an oil change on my girl car, and I'm about to go and kind of kick back and chill, bro. We had a dope live. Ain't nobody jumping Discord, so I didn't open it up. You feel me? So, but it was cool. It was cool. It was still dope because, like I said, everybody be in the comments, so it's like it's never boring. That's why I never really like to come in with like no perspective on what the live gonna be, because I think we kind of make it as we go, which is dope. So I always thank everybody here for throwing in their comments and and saying the things that y'all say, because we actually make the live what it is as we go. You feel me? It's like it don't have to have no perspective. It don't have to have nothing. What's up with it, these nuts, man? It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I seen you up in here. But yeah, it don't never have to have no really narrative to it, because we always make it what it is as we going. And I thank everybody out there for that. I thank you for that. And for being here and staying around. So, I'm a holla, man. Y'all have a good one. And dang, what's today? Sunday? Yeah, it's Sunday. I don't know. If I can, I'll make it back later, depending on how I feel, because I got to do some more studying. I got to study and study and study and study, because I got like a week, only 1 week, in order to take this test and be able to pass this test. So hopefully it goes swell. I'm hoping it goes swell. He said the low vibration. Huh? Yeah, yeah. Hey, it's vibrating though, Joe. Oh, I saw you taking lab made gummies. Yeah, them things was they was fire too. He said, "What's your favorite RC?" 4ACO, bro. 4ACO. 4ACO DMT though. 4ACO DMT is my favorite one. Like it's like a 8 to 10 hour DMT experience. That I've never had anything like it. Probably the shrooms with the DMT, the shrooms with the ayahuasca, but I never had anything like it. But I gotta go, man. I'm a holla, and I hope y'all have a good Sunday, man. Kiss your families, tell them you love them. You feel me? And on that note, man, I'll see you next time, D's, man. Peace out. Joe Crow, there's peace. Everybody that came in and spoke, Ego, you feel me? Snail Horse.